Hello guys, setosorcerer here again, and welcome to another tips and tricks video. Back a few tips and tricks ago, I made a video on how to make big trees, with oak saplings, etc. Except a lot of people wanted the smaller versions because some people didn't like the big trees that, like they just touch the sky, you can never get the logs out of them. And that's what this tips and tricks is going to be about. It's going to be how to get the smaller trees rather than the big trees for anything. So we should get started here. But before I show you guys this design over here, I'm going to start by the basics, or show you guys the basics on how to make, just standard placing for it. And the cool thing about this is that it could be used on servers, and it's really useful for servers because it makes it so that if you have like X amount of people that want wood, you don't have to say, hey, go chop some trees. If you have a big tree, just let it hang. Or, the jungle trees just look so derp. This way it's a little bit more organized and it just looks way better. As you saw in the very beginning, it looks like this little forest highway or path, I don't know. Okay, so the first thing you always want to do is have a center where the sapling's going to go. And what I like to do is I like to dig around it with a unique block. This way you can identify where the center is, because if I just had it like right here, you're going to have to guess where it is. It's kind of annoying. So, and the other thing you want to do is probably place torches here for two reasons. One, it'll probably help. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. In the alpha days, I used to do this a lot. I used to place torches next to saplings, but it allows the tree to grow during the night. And of course, if you have it lit all over the place, it kind of actually, it does. It helps a lot in preventing mobs from spawning in there. Okay, so out in the open, I could potentially get a big tree if I use bone meal, or over time it grows. But this tips and tricks is going to have a barrier. As you can tell over here, we have a barrier, and it's basically a glass block. It's a glass block 10 blocks high. So let's go over here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course you want to break the rest. Of course, alternatively, if you don't want to use glass the whole way, you could use some cheap block like dirt, and then on the 10th one you could just have the glass block here. I find 10 blocks high to be the limit, or the best formula for the trees like this and the other trees like this, so you don't have to like reach and pillar up just to get the last piece of logs, which I guarantee on servers a lot of people never do that, and that's why you always have the floating trees. So the next thing you want to do is have I think it's rows are going this way, columns are going this way. I could be wrong, but either way, once you have your little platform here, just count 3 blocks here and build another barrier. So if you want to be more precise, it's a 5 block difference between this sapling and this sapling. And then you just make another barrier like this, and then all you have to do is rinse and repeat. So you just place a glass block up here and just go as far as you want, and that's pretty much it on that part. So when you have a bone meal like this, you'll always get a smaller tree. Now occasionally you will get a medium-sized tree like this one, but from my experience, the logs only go up to like yay high. If you check right there, the log's not even there, actually right there. So it looks big, but it's really not that big. You could pillar maybe just 1 or 2 blocks, and you can still get all the logs from the medium big tree, if that makes any sense. So once you have your column or your row, I can't figure this out. Is it rows or columns? I think this right here is a column. No, I think this right here is a row, and this right here is columns going this way. So once you have your row, you want to start making your columns. So I believe it was 7 blocks from the start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, crap. Derp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so right here is 7. And just rinse and repeat. I'm pretty sure it's 7. If not, then I'll probably correct myself throughout this video, or just put an annotation. I really don't care. So I'll place the torches like so, and then just go all the way over there, and there you go. So that's the basics on how to do that. Of course, you want to put the little glass block on the top, and the reason why you want to do this is because if I go over here, and if you just look, none of the trees are passing the glass block. And I did put a variable over here, this one right here. I believe there was a taller birch tree somewhere. I think it was this one. This is what happens when you don't put a glass block. There's always at least an air pocket between the glass block. Without one, you're pretty much touching it. And in this case, if I go to game mode 0 and I try breaking this one particular, I have to either pillar, or actually that was lucky. Ignore me. Ignore what I just said. But it's really meant for the jungle trees and the oak trees. So let me go back to game mode 1. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to drag this too long, but that's how you make it. And of course you just make it into a lumber yard and so on and so forth. Now I tried this with mushrooms. I found it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. The only way to have the brown ones to work is if you had every other one. So you're gonna have to like space them out. And the red ones took a while. Like I kid you not, like if I go over here and do another mushroom, let's get rid of the axe. If I place it here, it takes a lot of bone meal for some reason. Whoa, seizure procedure. Wow, what was that? Epic seizure procedure. But I think that's pretty much it with this tips and tricks. It's a very short one because I didn't want to drag it on too long. It's pretty basic. You have a glass block 10 high. You place a sapling, something around, a 5 block difference here, 3 if you're counting the barrier. Let's see, just to make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have a 7 across. I just made it look nice. See, little path right here. Put little signs over here. It says like, okay, I misspelled birch. There we go. So I think that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this very short tips and tricks. I think it's short. I hope it's short. I think it's a pretty unique tips and tricks because it lowers the amount of, you know, messiness when it comes to getting trees. And like I said, I'm going to have this as a schematic for you guys to download if you guys really want to put this in your server. But besides that, I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tips and tricks. And if you did, also guys left a like, possibly favorite. This did take me a long time to do, even though I barely use all of it. But it looks nice. I like it. The design of this lumber yard. And it'll be highly appreciated if you guys did leave a like and or favorite. And of course, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you daily kind of videos and more tips and tricks in the future. And last but not least, if you have a very unique tips and tricks idea I haven't yet covered in my tips and tricks series, leave it as a YouTube private message and I'll try my best to get back to it. And I'll credit you the next time I do a tips and tricks if it's a worthwhile tips and tricks idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and other than that, talk to you guys later. Goodbye.